Hi and welcome back. So we're near the end of our database. We've got a table called movies, loads of queries, forms, menu, reports, but we've only got the one table. Normally databases would have a lot more than that, and the tables would be linked or related to each other. So here we're going to create another table for the suppliers of our databases, and then we'll link up or relate the two tables to each other. So go to the create menu and we want to create a new table, and double click on it, and it goes into data view, so flick back into design view and we'll call it suppliers. Click OK, and the kind of things that we need in this then, things like supplier ID, the name, and that's okay, the address, the say phone number, email, and we'll say a delivery type. How did we get the actual DVD? And we'll make it that a text, and the rest of them can be text as well. So that's our database. We've got supplier ID as a primary key, so all our suppliers have different identification numbers. So we'll just go ahead and put a few records into this. Save your changes, yes. And we'll put 2 records in just for the sake of it, S1 and S2 for our suppliers. And we'll give them a name. And make that one iTunes. So that'll be a download. And we'll make this one post. So we've now got a suppliers table with 2 suppliers in it. So to relate the tables to each other then, click Database Tools and go to Relationships. Add in your 2 tables, and there's your suppliers and there's your movies. So when you're linking tables to each other, you need to know the relationship between the 2 of them. Most relationship types are one-to-many, whereby one instance or one record in one table can correspond or link up to or relate to several records in another table. Here we can say that each individual supplier could supply us with several different movies, many different movies. So we have one supplier, and we'll just move those around there, one supplier to many movies. So the supplier table is the one side of the relationship. Supplier ID is the primary key. So that primary key needs to be over here in the movies table, and it's not at the moment. So we're going to go back to our movies table, and down here we're going to put in supplier ID as a text field, supplier ID as a text field, because that's what we had in the suppliers table. So save those changes, and then go back into relations, and see the way supplier ID is down here. So before we actually make the link, we need to close the tables. So you won't be allowed to make the link while you have tables opened. So we're just going to close those. And to make the link then, click on supplier ID and drag it on top of supplier ID down here. Let go your mouse and this appears. So we've got the right table, right field, right table, right field. And it's picked it up as a one-to-many. And then click Enforce Referential Integrity. That is important because what it means is we absolutely cannot have a supplier ID in here delivering us movies if we don't have that supplier ID in the suppliers table. So it stops us having ghost supplier IDs. And click create, and there it is. So the one supplier, many movies, and the symbol for many is the infinity symbol. So save that relationship. You don't have to put a name on it, just save it, and that's what it looks like. If we open our suppliers table now, we have these little plus signs in here, and if we click on them, what it's doing is it's picking up any information that might be relating to that supplier one in the movies table. Now there isn't any at present because we didn't put any in, but if there was, that's where it would appear. So that's the essence of relating tables to each other.